Welcome back, everybody. I hope you've been enjoying the Guardrails series. And more importantly, I hope that you've been getting to know some of the people in your group a little better. We're now on session 5 of Guardrails. So, how can you strengthen your connection with each other? A great place to start is being honest and even vulnerable about the parts of your life that need growth and encouragement. The best thing you can do to encourage honesty in your group is to be honest yourself. This doesn't mean that you have to spill your guts about your deepest, darkest secrets. It means asking for prayer in the areas of your life where you're struggling. It means letting go of the myth that everyone needs to be perfect. It means being genuine in your responses to the questions. Another option is to pray together in smaller groups of maybe 3 or 4 people. That way, everyone gets some more time to share, and you don't have to worry so much about being someone who is shy and might be getting overshadowed by someone else who could just pray for hours. Also, remember that when people share things like this, those deep things, vulnerable things, the group's response is crucial. Your group should be a safe place to tell the truth about yourself. Anything shared in the group should stay in the group. No one should discuss it with outsiders. Finally, be sure that whatever you share about yourself comes from the heart and it gives the group a real glimpse of who you are deep down.
I remember being an 18-year-old kid in college. Only 4 months prior, I was walking the halls of high school and suddenly, for some reason, they offered me, someone who had no clue about financial guardrails, a credit card. So, of course, I said yes, and for the next few months, I was rolling large. Going out with my buddies out to eat, hey, don't worry about it, I got this. Need some new kicks, I got this. Gas tank is low, I got this. I felt on top of the world, happy and content. But before I knew it, I got this became they have me. I quickly realized more stuff only provides momentary happiness and a false sense of contentment. It's a trap. Pursue the things that provide instant happiness and right now contentment. Because what happens next is once we attain the thing or achieve the level of wealth that we thought would finally make us happy, our desire for more quickly creeps back up. Discontentment creeps in and the perpetual cycle continues, always chasing the next the next I got this. It left me and it'll leave you mentally, physically, and spiritually exhausted. Throughout this Guardrails series, we've been discussing why we need certain boundaries in our life. Guardrails are there to help minimize the damage, and we need them so we don't stray or drift into areas of life that can harm us or the people we love. When I was young, I had not established firm guardrails in this area of personal finances. Fortunately, I quickly realized after I got myself into a mess, the importance of living on a budget. About a year before I married my wife, my brain finally clicked on and I began placing strong financial guardrails in my life. I asked people farther along in life and smarter than me to help develop these financial guardrails. Many of these same guardrails are taught in Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University. Financial Peace University provides accountability and coaching to build a budget and develop a game plan to get out of debt and live generously. Now, I'm not here as a salesman for Dave Ramsey, but FPU has a proven track record to help people build financial guardrails. If you want more information about financial peace, just reach out and ask. We offer it at LifePoint and it can help you get on track. Maybe you've already experienced the pain of not having financial boundaries. You can recover, however, it's not going to happen overnight. The habits we establish through bad decisions have to be reversed as we work hard to create new habits. It's not easy, and that's really why I do believe in working through the baby steps. Small wins add up to big, huge wins over the course of time. So if you've never set up any financial guardrails, now is the perfect time to do so. One of the best ways to start is just start tracking the things you spend your money on. How are you currently using the money you have? Then ask yourself, how do I want to be using my money? Then begin establishing a guardrail by building and living on a budget. If you're already doing this, great, keep going. Encourage the people in your group to do the same. Tracking your spending on living on a budget will do a few things. It'll cause less stress because you'll know where everything is going. If you're married, it'll also keep trust at an all-time high because you never have to hide what you're spending money on. Tracking your spending and living on a budget should be a part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth. Whether you're a teenager with $20 to your name or you're a married couple with a house, a dog, and a couple kids, it's never too early or too late to start creating healthy financial habits. The thing I have discovered is that if I can track where my money is going, it becomes easier to save money and to be generous. Before we move on, let me give you something that I personally think is very reassuring. God doesn't need your money. He's the creator of all, and it all belongs to Him anyways. What He does want is your heart. And if He has your heart, faithful giving and generosity will be a way of life. But without financial boundaries, our heart can be controlled by our pursuit of wealth instead of our love for God. Matthew 6:24 says we can only serve one master, not two, three, or four. Either we'll hate one and love the other, you'll be devoted to one or despise the other. These are the words of Jesus. The primary issue isn't money, it's mastery and control. Who has control over your life? Is it God or money? Will I surrender my whole life to God and depend on Him as my source? Or do I continue to place my trust in my own hustle for wealth and consumption? Living on a budget is a healthy, practical guardrail, but if the primary reason you live on a budget is still selfishness, control, and greed, instead of a love for God, a trust in His provision, and a desire to live generously, when the guardrail of that budget is tested, you'll easily be tempted to just give up. Let me explain. So 6 months into my new marriage, we were on a budget, we were debt-free, and we got into a major financial crisis. We were two young married college students leaving a hospital with a bill that had more zeros on it than I'd ever made in my entire life. We had the guardrail of a budget. We were doing the right things, giving, saving, and living, but the crisis still came. These are the moments when you're tempted to give up on a budget, to stop being generous, and to fall into fear, to greed, and consumption. That's why the ultimate financial guardrail is a daily reminder that God is my source and I am His instrument. We don't just wait with idle hands waiting for God to provide, but we must realize that all provision comes from Him. I want to get really practical for just a moment. God's way of financial management is give, save, live. The first 10% goes to God. Another good practice is to put 10% away into savings, and then we get to live off 80%. It's something we began instilling in our kids. Their ages 8 to 15, and they have give, save, and spend envelopes. We want them to live on a budget and to build a healthy guardrail against greed, envy, and distrust. Some of you are doing an amazing job with this, living a life of generosity and financial freedom. This doesn't necessarily mean you're wealthy, just disciplined and faithful. Encourage the other members of your group with how you've seen God work through your finances. Now, for some of us, maybe being generous seems a little challenging. Let me challenge you to just start somewhere. Take your first step towards fully trusting God with your generosity. Whether you start by giving 1% or 5%, the point is just to start somewhere. I really believe that financial margin gives you the financial freedom to be financially generous. Implementing guardrails, it's not always easy. It requires prioritizing, reordering, and rearranging how we live our life. The main point isn't just about giving or being good with money. It's about you inviting God into your whole life, allowing Him to be in complete control. Remember what Jesus said in Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. So let me ask you, who are you seeking first? Remember, money is a tool. Use it, but don't love it. A budget's a tool. Use it, but don't love it. God, however, is the source. Let Him use you because you love Him.